Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been sparking heated debates everywhere, kids' TV shows and the controversial agendas they're pushing in 2023 to 2024. From LGBTQ+ characters to political messaging and even gender identity, kids' programming is increasingly becoming a battleground for social and political issues. Are these shows just reflecting the world kids live in today, or are they trying to mold young minds in a specific direction? Let's take a look at 10 kids' shows that have stirred up the most controversy for pushing what some critics call an agenda. And hey, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos on hot topics like this. Alright, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about The Proud Family. Louder and Prouder. This show has really dived deep into political messaging, especially around themes like Black Lives Matter, social justice, and activism.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane.
Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king.
And we were its soldiers,
4 million strong,
fighting for America's freedoms even though we remained America's slaves.
Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build this.
Slaves
built this country.
And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering.
And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and
white supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for.
Slaves built this country. Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons,
blacksmiths, musicians,
inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker,
Washington. 40 acres and a mule.
We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule.
We made your families rich.
From the southern plantation heirs
to the northern bankers,
to the New England ship owners,
the founding fathers,
former presidents,
current senators,
the Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves built this country.
We had Tubman,
Turner,
Frederick D.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
And women.
And only we can free ourselves.
Emancipation is not freedom.
Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools feeding private prisons where we become slaves again.
As we celebrate Juneteenth
for the umpteenth time,
our account is still outstanding.
Cause this country was built on slavery, which means
slaves built this country.
And we demand our 40 acres and a mule.
Bump that!
You can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
The new character, Maya Leibowitz Jenkins, isn't just a sidekick, she's basically an activist in training, tackling big issues like racial inequality. Now, while the show has been praised for its diverse representation, some critics argue that it's pushing a political agenda onto kids in a way that's a little too on the nose. For some parents, this is more about indoctrination than entertainment. But hey, others say it's just reflecting the world kids are growing up in. So, where do you stand on this? Drop a comment below. Next up, we have Dragons, the 9 Realms. This spin-off from the How to Train Your Dragon franchise has faced a lot of criticism for including LGBTQ+ characters, including non-binary characters.
So yesterday was National Coming Out Day, and DreamWorks posted this showing a bunch of characters from their projects that are queer. And a lot of people were like, why is Gobber from How to Train Your Dragon on here? Now here's the thing when it comes to Gobber. Gobber didn't come out just a couple days ago. DreamWorks didn't just confirm that now. Gobber has actually been gay since How to Train Your Dragon has been out. He has been confirmed to be gay multiple times before that. So yes, Gobber is gay. And if you go and watch the movies, there is dialogue from Gobber that clearly shows that he is attracted to men. It's funny because I've talked about this before and so many other creators have too, but if you don't believe me, watch this clip.
What if the tail broke? What if Grimmel found him? Nice. He needs me. Would you relax? I don't mind him. It's not your fault you have the body of a Norse god. I myself have the same problem.
Gotta love Gobber. He's like the funniest.
Some parents are really upset, arguing that this is too much, too soon for kids. But others believe that it's just an effort to normalize diverse identities in today's world. Critics say it's introducing complex gender identity issues to children at an age where they may not even fully understand what gender means. Is it a step forward for inclusion or too political for young minds? Let's talk about it in the comments. Bluey a fan favorite, right?
Cartoon Bluey introduces a queer family for the first time. Bluey, the beloved Australian children's show, has subtly acknowledged LGBTQ+ representation in its season 3 finale, which aired this week. While the episode primarily focused on Bluey's family moving and a wedding, it quietly introduced diversity with Bluey's friend Pretzel, mentioning his 2 moms when discussing his pet guinea pig. The mention passes in a flash, but with some kids having 2 moms, this matters a lot. This last episode, named The Sign, has received an average score of 9.9 out of 10 from nearly 1,000 users' ratings on IMDb. So, can we just say it is the sign of acceptance for queer families?
But recently, Season 4 stirred up some controversy, especially after an episode introduced 2 dads as part of the show's growing push for more diverse family structures. For some parents, this felt like a deliberate agenda to promote LGBTQ+ issues to preschoolers. They say, why should kids this young be learning about gender identity? On the other hand, others argue it's just a healthy depiction of modern families and that kids need to see diverse relationships. What do you think? Is Bluey doing too much? Or is this exactly what kids need to see? We can't talk about controversial kids' TV without mentioning Sesame Street. The iconic show has always been about diversity and inclusivity, but lately, it's made waves by introducing LGBTQ+ characters and same-sex couples.
And here locally, gay rights activists say it does mark a milestone.
Okay.
We're here!
For 5 decades, Sesame Street has been a valuable teaching tool for children.
I want you to meet my brother Dave,
Hi.
his husband Frank,
Hi.
and my sobrina Mia, my niece.
Hi, Mia. Papi, Daddy, Sesame Street is even more amazing than you said.
And for Pride Month, the kids program introduces a gay family with 2 dads.
Wow, all our families are so different.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different families. But what makes us a family is that we love each other.
That's true.
I'm so pleased that Sesame Street is doing this, and I hope other programs will follow suit.
Jeff Graham with the Georgia Equality Organization welcomes the representation, saying it reflects our communities. Here in Georgia, the organization estimates that 1/3 of same-sex couples are raising children.
So all children deserve to be seen and be able to be seeing themselves reflected on children's television.
This is nothing new for Sesame Street, which this year introduced 2 new Muppet characters, which are African American.
The color of our skin is an important part of who we are.
Race, just one of the issues Sesame Street has tackled, along with hunger and addiction. Now same-sex couples can be added to that list.
And so it's not part of some big agenda. It's not politics. It's just reality. It's just families. It's just letting kids know that if they come from whatever sort of makeup of family, their family is important, their family is respected, and their family counts.
Now, Georgia Equality would like to see other members of the LGBTQ community represented as well, and they are hopeful that this latest milestone episode is just the start.
An episode featuring a gender non-conforming character had some parents up in arms, calling it too mature for young children. Supporters say this is just a reflection of the world we live in, and it's about time kids' media shows diversity in all its forms. But others argue that such topics are too advanced for kids and shouldn't be in a beloved show like Sesame Street. What side are you on? Okay, let's get a little nostalgic with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Sure, Mr. Rogers isn't on the air anymore, but some of his classic episodes have been re-released and some of them have drawn new criticism in the context of modern politics. For example, the show's approach to race relations and acceptance of differences has now been viewed through the lens of today's more politically correct society. Some people think these episodes are too politically charged now, and that Fred Rogers' original apolitical message is being lost. But others argue that Mr. Rogers was always about teaching empathy, and that the world has just caught up to the lessons he was trying to teach.
The way it is with children. Children don't start out one thing and then change into another. No. A girl baby doesn't change into a boy baby. And a boy baby doesn't change into a girl baby. And people don't change into animals, and animals don't change into people. All kinds of things to think about. Like,
Mr. Rogers! Mr. Rogers!
that sounds like Mr.
Does the legacy hold up, or has it become too modernized for today's kids? Now, Big Mouth is definitely not for young kids, but its influence is hard to ignore. The show's graphic content around teen sexuality, gender identity, and puberty has sparked a ton of controversy. It's openly political, often tackling controversial issues like gender fluidity and non-binary identities.
Hello, my precious little ravioli. Shh, quiet, baby.
What are you?
I am the hormone monstrous. Listen to me. You want to shoplift lipstick. You want to listen to Lana Del Rey on repeat while you cut up all your t-shirts. You want to scream at your mother and then laugh at her tears.
But I don't want to scream at my mom.
She's not your mom anymore. From now on, you call her Shannon. Don't use deodorant, and I only take bubble baths.
Everything okay in here, sweetie?
Get the hell out, Shannon!
Your hair looks nice.
I said get out! Beautifully done, my little gyoza. These are going to be the greatest years of your life. Now let's fling ourselves onto the bed and cry so hard no sound comes out. Ugh, that was positively painful, my pretty little papoose. Remember when y'all did your French kiss? What did you feel?
Not much. How's it supposed to feel?
Like Stanley Kowalski picking you up and thrusting you onto a kitchen counter like you ain't nothing.
Angry.
We shall reach up that little pygmy's ass and pull out his heart. His ass heart. That iron hair. Calling the fucking shots. Take a selfie of yourself and get Devin in there so everyone knows that you fucks with the big dogs. This boy's a tall, lumpy, dumpy drink of water, and we are thirsty.
Well, my man.
Yeah! The hormones in this house are going bananas cream pudding. Maury! Maury! I changed my mind. Hey, Maury! You can keep your dicks at my apartment. I'll give you your own dick drawer. Burn the house to the ground. Use the boxy dress as kindling. We are so square. We look like a couple Fig Newtons.
I hate how she hucks her words.
She should shut the fuck up. And this is what women do. We suck up all the bullshit that the world dumps up on us and keep smiling through it all in our boxy ass dresses. She's rubbing our faces in it, just like she rubbed her face in Cantadina.
Okay.
Why? I was gonna say Mons Pubis. Now stick your pinky in his little toffee collar tushy. Okay, learn my lesson. You just go at your own pace. Baby, you gotta throw this boy a bone. Anything to make him start Frenching you again.
Why isn't your magic as annoying as it used to be?
'Cause he looks like a sexy porcupine. Run, child! Run away to Mexico! We'll live on the beach and get those weird little Brady things in our hair. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Now let's mose.
But here's the question, is it important to talk about these issues openly in media for older kids or teens? Or is Big Mouth crossing the line by making such mature topics the butt of jokes in a show aimed at teenagers? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this show definitely gets people talking. Let's move on to something lighter. Peppa Pig. This beloved show is all over the news in 2023 for introducing a lesbian couple to female penguins raising their child.
Gay news, Peppa Pig just made history.
I'm Penny Polar Bear. I live with my mummy and my other mummy. One mummy is a doctor and one mummy cooks spaghetti.
While this was seen as a progressive move by some, others saw it as a political statement in a preschool show. For many conservative parents, Peppa Pig is a prime example of how children's media is increasingly pushing social agendas, and too early at that. But others argue that it's just showing families as they exist in real life. What's your take? Should Peppa Pig have stayed out of the politics? Next on the list is The Loud House. This show has been praised for its LGBTQ+ representation, but it's also faced intense backlash for doing so.
Something on your mind? Dude? I can't concentrate. My
girlfriend Sam and I got in a tiff over a riff, and now she's miffed. I don't know what to do.
Tell me everything.
In Season 7, a non-binary character was introduced, and the show has continued to feature same-sex couples and gender non-conforming characters.
The Loud House headcanon.
Some parents feel that the Loud House is pushing a political agenda by normalizing such topics for kids, while others believe the show is simply trying to reflect the diversity of modern society. Do you think the show is going too far, or is it an important step toward representation? Let's hear your thoughts. Then we have Dino Ranch. Now, Dino Ranch is one of those shows that's gotten attention for its gender-neutral themes and its portrayal of non-traditional family structures.
T-Rexes have a nest too, but those aren't eggs, they're rocks. Oh, so that's why they want to be around other dinosaur nests. These dino daddies want eggs of their own. They want a family. Aw, they'd be great dads.
Okay, I found it funny that they are just like acknowledging that the most that two males could produce is a bunch of rocks. But this is just normalizing mother absence. It's normalizing the incorrect and immoral view that two men can do the same job that a mom and a dad can, or that two women can do the same job that a mom and a dad can. We see this reflected all the time in media, and it's just not true. No one can replace a mom. Two men may be able to be good dads. They may love their kids. They can never be a mom. Kids need a mother and a father. They're not replaceable. They're not exchangeable.
Some episodes highlight female characters in leadership roles, while others break down traditional gender roles in kids' media. Some parents argue that it's too political for young kids, while others see it as a healthy push for gender equality and strong role models. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Should kids' shows be focused on teaching leadership without gender stereotypes, or is it better to just let kids be kids? Last, but certainly not least, we've got Rainbow High. This show has been getting a lot of attention for its portrayal of fashion, beauty standards, and materialism. Critics argue that it promotes a superficial agenda, focusing on looks and social status, while others think it's simply embracing the creative side of fashion and self-expression.
I have a special surprise for you. Is it just me, or does she love mysterious surprises?
That's Miss Morton for ya. Do we really have to get back to work tomorrow?
I heard next semester we're making an entire...
No way! I'm back!
What's the real message here? Is Rainbow High about empowerment and creativity, or is it just reinforcing harmful beauty standards? Is there such a thing as too much emphasis on consumerism in kids' media? Alright, that's our list. Kids' TV is definitely evolving, but is it evolving in the right direction? Are these shows empowering kids, or are they pushing too much of a political agenda? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with the critiques we've discussed? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you want to see more content like this. Catch you next time.